We went to Peru!
Excited? What'd you guys think of Lima?
I didn't like it.
I didn't like Lima as much.
I didn't like it as much.
I definitely liked Cusco better.
Yeah, Lima was too busy.
How is the flight to Cusco? You take a bus from the terminal onto the runway and they drive you out for a little bit.
And then you ladder up.
Yeah, and then you ladder up to the plane. I thought it was really cool because when you're flying, you go through the mountains. And the Cusco airport is cool because it's in the middle of the city, so you have to turn around mountains and then land in the middle of the city. First day we went to Saqsaywaman. I thought it was fun. Definitely wasn't my favorite ruin, but it was worth going to. The zigzags were cool. I think the cavern info was interesting, where the cavern where people went and they never came back from.
Oh yeah, I like the slide.
Slide.
I slid down them.
Yeah, I slid down the rocks too.
Colin was scaredy cat.
It wasn't as hard as people were making it.
I slid down them. The wrong way. It still counts as sliding.
Did we go through a little cave? Yeah, I don't like caves, so I don't like that part. But it was interesting.
I think I have altitude sickness.
Were you feeling well today?
No.
What helped with some of the altitude stuff?
The tour guide gave us a smelly thing concoction, mabob.
You put it on your hands and then
Smell it.
And water helped a lot.
What was the concoction made out of?
We have no idea.
What, Colin?
Herbs.
Probably the stuff the tea's made out of.
Cocoa leaves. The llamas and alpacas.
What'd you think of those?
That was cool. They were fluffy. And very fluffy. And very cute. The San Pedro Market.
The San Pedro Market was pretty cool. It would be more useful to us if we were cooking most of our meals, because they had a lot of flour and fruit and meat. So if you're actually cooking, it would be a good place to go. But we were too tired to cook most days. Then what did we do the second day? We packed our bags and went through Sacred Valley to get to Agus Calientas. So where was our first stop?
Pisaq. Sean got sick.
Yeah.
I threw up on the side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah, because you had altitude sickness. I liked the
Alpacas.
Pisaq ruins. Those were fun. Me and Dad went to the very top of them. We were looking out, and it was cool.
And we saw some alpacas. One of them spammy.
Ollantaytambo.
Dumbo.
I really liked that town. It looked really cool, and I liked the ruins there.
There were a lot of steps.
What did you think of that little town? You liked it? I liked that little town. It had a good feeling to it, and it was really little, and
Oh,
it was
yeah,
cool.
the little town, not the ruin? Okay.
Yeah. Then what did you do after that town?
We boarded a train to Agus Calientas. This is going to be the longest train ride I can remember.
That is Machu Picchu town.
It's where you go before or after Machu Picchu.
It's your way to get to Machu Picchu, right?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes people call it Machu Picchu too, but it's the town, not the ruin or the mountain.
That's why people think that you can go all the way to Machu Picchu by train.
What did you do the next day? We went to Machu Picchu. Yeah. What time did we get there? We got there around 8-ish because we caught the bus at
like
7:15, right? So we rode the bus all the way to the top. They had some pretty narrow roads. How would you like to be a driver on this bus?
No way you could get me to do this. It was sketchy because you had to back up on it.
Oh yeah, if another bus was coming.
Uh-huh.
It didn't take that long.
20 to 25 minutes.
Once we got to Machu Picchu, we used the bathroom.
Did you have to pay for the bathroom?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the bathroom.
It was $2, and Dad and I did the math in American dollars. In a year, they'd make $770,000.
Estimated, right?
Estimated.
Based off of
Bathroom.
percentage of visitors to Machu Picchu
Yes.
that would use the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Why is Machu Picchu still intact?
Because the
Because they
Spanish couldn't find it because none of the people were allowed to talk about it and all the bridges were broken.
Yeah, and the last king took a long route to it.
Yeah, it took 4 days.
It was abandoned and no one lived there and no one talked about it. So the Spanish never found it. It was
Farmer.
so first it was a farmer who found it, and then word got around that an American explorer came and he started uncovering it. Eventually he abandoned it, and then it got overgrown again. Eventually they just started uncovering it, and so most of the structures were broken from all the roots, and so they rebuilt it. Sun Temple and their astronomy tower, and it's crazy how precise their astronomy stuff is, pointing directly to the North Star.
Was it busy?
It didn't feel as busy as
Yeah.
as the other Ollantaytambo.
Yeah.
So do you think it's because we were there early in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, it was starting to get busier, but earlier in the morning, it was fine. We went at a time where it wasn't so foggy, too. Machu Picchu was really cool, though. I liked it.
Then what did we do after Machu Picchu?
We went back to the
Agus
town,
Calientas. And then we got on a train. And then we
went to the other town we talked about, and drove for 2 hours.
Then what did you do the next day?
We went to the Temple of the Water, and they had a lot of canals.
So Tipon was pretty empty. There wasn't that many tourists. I liked that one.
And then we hiked up another path for a little ways. And then there's little ruins up where we went. And then past the ruins, there was a really, really long canal.
Yeah, to another
Yeah,
aqueduct, to another Incan ruin.
Yep, on the other side of the mountain.
How far is that Incan ruin?
I don't know if it was like, they didn't tell us mileage. I think they told
they're
us
just
what,
like
it was
30
a 30-minute hike.
30-minute hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to, I have no idea where.
It's a town that specialized in making bread. It's famous throughout Peru. The bread was really good.
Yeah,
They had this crazy big fire oven. And
It could fit 100.
of the breads.
Their breads are like this big.
Yeah.
How is it?
Delicious.
Is that good bread?
And these are good popsicles.
Pikillaqta.
Pikillaqta.
Pikillaqta. It was a
Pre-Incan civilization.
No, well, place.
So it's before the Incans.
Yep.
That
And
was
it started pouring.
Yeah.
Which was awesome because then it was what?
Empty.
Empty.
Yeah.
It was already empty.
That place was pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
It almost felt like adventuring because no one was really there and we could almost do whatever we wanted.
Did they have straight streets?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had really straight streets. A lot of their structures were mostly square.
But they weren't, the rocks weren't as perfect as the Incans.
Yeah. It wasn't as refined as the Incans, but it was pretty cool how big it was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we went to the church of Andahuaylillas.
It's like this,
Yeah. Sistine Chapel of the Americas. I didn't like it that much.
yeah.
The decoration of the altars and stuff was pretty cool, but it wasn't my favorite.
It was super goldy.
And since we're not Catholic,
Gold.
I didn't know who any of the saints were or anything. So.
Yeah. And then the next day was the hike day. The Lake Humantay.
The drive took 2 hours to breakfast.
Pikillaqta, and then an hour to the actual lake.
Yeah, the road to the lake was super sketchy because it was all gravel.
And we
It
had
was
an
like
extra,
crumbling.
Like 30-minute hike because there was a landslide.
Then the actual hike, we hiked for a little bit. Then we reached these like rivers, but we had to cross because there's no bridges.
That was
Yeah.
pretty easy. It was flatter. It wasn't really flat, but it was not steep. Yeah, it was a little difficult just because of the altitude, but it was pretty easy.
And then we kept on walking, and
Well-
then we got to the horse place.
The second part was near the horse part,
And
we
it was
got
way steeper.
and Sean rode a horse because he was
Feeling nauseous.
feeling bad with the altitude, and everyone else walked. Dad ran.
Was Dad the first one to the lake?
Yeah.
Yes. I found
Yes.
a good stick what helped me. I
what did-
started getting really tired.
What helped you when you got really tired?
The medicine
The
the
guide
guide had.
the guide had medicine that we rubbed on our hands and then smelled. Or like smelling salt, and they helped clear your head.
And he made it himself.
The hike itself wouldn't be hard. It was just the altitude that made it really hard.
Going up to 14,000 feet.
It got steep really fast, but if you just took it slow and had like little baby steps, then you just make it.
How did you get up here?
Horse.
What was it?
It was really fun.
Where are you?
Peru. At a lake almost 14,000 feet high.
Is there only one way up there?
There's two. We went in a loop. We went up the right side and went over the mountain, and then we hung out in the lake, and then we came back down on the left side.
Yeah, I feel like the way down we took would be easier than the way up we took.
What'd you guys think of the lake?
It was cool.
It was pretty. It was really blue.
Mm-hmm.
The glacier was cool. That was the first glacier I've seen.
The mist kept on coming in and out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mist would come in and out, but when the mist wasn't there, it was really pretty.
Where were most of the people?
Most of the people were on like the beach flat area, but we hiked up a little bit more onto this rock. You could see a lot better, and there was less people there.
So it was worth it just to hike
Yeah.
up some of the side trails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that hard either.
I liked going in the rainy season because it's greener then.
I don't like this road. It's kind of sketchy. What? It's just a cliff? A fog? On a dirt road?
Heading downwards?
Colin, how was your hike?
Good. I can't feel my legs.
Our last day in Peru. What did we do?
We did
Chocolate making.
chocolate making class.
Yep.
That was really interesting. I didn't know that about
Yeah,
chocolate.
mosquitoes pollinate the cacao trees. And they pollinated me.
We didn't even talk about that. Sean, how many mosquito bites did you get in
Like-
Machu Picchu?
25. I counted.
What should we have done in Machu Picchu?
Put on bug spray.
Do you recommend putting sunscreen on?
Yes. Make sure you put it on your neck.
Yeah. Colin's skin is.
Also your part. I forgot about my part. But the chocolate factory was really cool. You don't call it cocoa, you call it cacao. Because cocoa is the cocoa leaves.
And there's 10 different types of cacao. 3 are in Africa and 7 are in South America.
And there are 3 types of
Chocolate. There's white chocolate, dark chocolate, and milk chocolate. We gotta make these chocolate. These are Collins. They have lots of sprinkles.
Would you recommend somebody doing that?
Yes. Yeah.
It was a fun like last day thing to do.
Yeah.
Or even like a first day thing to do.
Yeah,
just to
and then you
mellow.
can eat it all over.
Yeah.
Through the entire trip.
It was
Because we
fun.
still have a lot.
So what was your favorite part of our Peru trip?
Horse riding.
when we had to cross the river without using bridges.
I liked the South Valley. That was really fun. And Machu Picchu.
Would you recommend kids going to Peru?
If they're, I feel like younger kids would be hard. Our age would be fine, but if they're a little younger, I feel like it'd be hard and they'd get tired really easily
Why would it be hard? Because of the altitude?
because of the altitude
And
and
all the hiking.
all the hiking and walking you have to do.
Yeah.